Hey guys, I'm back with your weekly reading for this week. So let's find out, what does the collective need to know for the week ahead? Let's pull three cards. First one that came out is the Hanged Man reversed. I said that right there. And then we have the Four of Swords that came out. And we've got the Six of Cups reversed. So, okay, let's see. What do we got here? Overall, just from the first look at this spread, I would say that you're heading into this week feeling indecisive, which we've got here with the Hanged Man reversed. So, you might be feeling stuck or blocked and having a hard time going with the flow. Upright, this card would depict exactly that, which is to go with the flow. You can see, even though he's hung upside down there, he's very chill. He's kind of just letting things happen as they may. He's not forcing anything. So when we get it reversed like this, it's kind of telling me that you're struggling to let something take its natural course. The Hanged Man here, he can also indicate a need to re-examine your viewpoint on a situation. Often we hear the phrase like, let something take its natural course, like I just said, and we think of a negative outcome, like allowing someone who's no longer aligned. Maybe we don't like kind of share a lot of things in common anymore, a friendship with somebody that's not aligned, to drift out of our life without intervening. We just let it take its natural course. We let it die off on its own. And we may also use that phrase to talk about when a person or an animal is very sick and there's not much treatment available for them. So typically like negative outcomes, but that's not the meaning that I'm getting here. Rather, I would say the natural course is just that. It's natural. It's a natural unfolding of events that doesn't feel orchestrated or forced and reaches an eventual outcome on its own. The outcome you desire is achievable and it doesn't require your direct involvement. You don't have to micromanage it. In fact, if you try and insert yourself in the unfolding, that would not cause it to be natural. That would be the opposite of going with the flow. So if there is a situation in your life that you really want to see some movement on this week and you're feeling what I've described, or you feel like you're working against the current, take the advice from the Four of Swords here and just rest. Literally, this card means to withdraw or retreat. In this case, it would be a retreat from efforting and let things take their natural course, which will result in the outcome that you want to see anyway. And then the Six of Cups reversed showing up here tells me why this may be hard for you to do, because you've been here before and you feel like it's going to play out the same way it has in the past. And upright, this card would actually point to nostalgia, fond memories, old friends. And when it's reversed the way that it came out, it shows an unhealthy attachment to the past. In your case, you're clinging so tightly to the outcome that you don't want to relive, that it's actually causing you to disrupt your peace around this situation. So the message here is pretty clear. I want you to step back from trying to force out the result that you want and just rest. Just because it happened that way before doesn't mean it's going to happen that way this time. Okay, let's take it a little bit further and dig deeper. The next question I want to ask is, what is it from the past that you're holding on to and how can you release it? So what came out here, we've got the Ten of Swords reversed, and we have the Queen of Wands reversed as well. And then we have the Knight of Swords reversed. Okay, this is a really interesting spread that we can look at here. So with the Ten of Swords reversed coming out, it shows you're refusing to let go of something that's already over. This scene that's depicted in this card, it's already happened. It's done. And you're prolonging the pain by reopening old wounds instead of releasing them. You need to let this go. What's pictured in this card happened a while ago. Do you really still want to be thinking about it in 2026 or 2027? Just let it die. So clinging to what happened is actively undermining your self-esteem, which is why we see the Queen of Wands reversed here. She's the queen of confidence and magnetism, and she doesn't have to force a situation to get the results that she wants when she's upright. She's confident that she can bring it in simply by being who she is, and whatever she's already done is enough. And the reversal tells us that you're doubting yourself. So she often points to creative flow. And with all the talk earlier over the Hanged Man reverse, this card, about flowing, and going with the flow and attracting rather than chasing, I'm getting the sense that for some of you, this could be about a creative project or venture of some kind. You're letting past events cause you to hold back from your creative expression, maybe out of fear of failure, rejection, or being judged. So, this makes sense actually with the Knight of Swords reversed coming in next because he's decisive and fiercely goal driven whenever he's upright. You can see, this is a guy who means business. Nothing will deter him, and he cuts through stagnation. But that reaction speed can create some chaos at times. And reversed, he typically speaks to misdirection and losing sight of what your goal is, but rushing forward nonetheless. So you are charging forward, but you're not really sure of where you're going, and you're not sure of yourself to achieve your goal. And you've gotten stuck replaying these past negative outcomes. And because of all that, this leads to burnout, which is actually another indication of the Knight of Swords reversed. So, okay, overall, what I want you guys to take away from this message and try to think about this week as you go about your daily activities, reconnect to your self-trust and your why. When you do that, you're going to get your confidence back, and you're going to eliminate that self-doubt, and finally be able to let go of the past. And then all of these cards that we've seen here are going to turn upright.